1725. Kisilova, Serbia. Imperial provisor from Bald watches villagers open a grave. He's an Austrian official. Pragmatic, bureaucratic. He doesn't believe in superstition. He's here because the locals are threatening to abandon the village. Again, 10 weeks ago, Peter Plagajowicz died. Since then, 9 people have died within days of each other. All described the same thing before death. Plagajowicz visited them at night, lay on top of them, strangled them. The villagers demand to exhume the body, check for signs. From Bald tries to refuse. Protocol requires permission from Belgrade. The locals won't wait. By the time permission arrives, they say everyone could be dead. From Bald consents. He has no choice. They open the grave. What he sees shakes him. The body shows no decay, no odor of death. Fresh blood in the mouth. New skin beneath peeling old skin. Hair and nails grown longer. The report from Bald writes reaches Vienna. Gets published in newspapers. Spreads across Europe. The word travels with it. Vampire. The pattern. The vampire cases follow a sequence. Predictable. Consistent. Someone dies. Usually sudden. Brief illness. Unexpected. Weeks pass. Then others start dying. Strange symptoms. Weakness. Breathlessness. Wasting away. Some die within a day. Others linger. Before death, they report visitations. The deceased came to them. At night. In their beds. Pressed down on their chests. Strangled them. Sometimes asked for food or possessions. The community connects the deaths. Suspects vampirism. Decides to investigate. They exhume the body. What they find matches what they feared. The bodies. 1726. Medvegia, Serbia. Arnold Paule dies falling from a hay wagon. Broke his neck. Paule was a hajduk, a militiaman. Before settling in Medvegia, he'd served on the Ottoman frontier. Told people he'd been attacked by a vampire near Gosowa. Said he fought back. Killed it. Ate dirt from its grave and smeared himself with its blood. The traditional protection method. Then he fell from that wagon. 40 days later, for people are dead. All report the same thing. Paule came to them at night. The village exhumes his body. What military surgeon Johann Fluckinger documents is specific. Fresh blood flowing from eyes, nose, mouth, ears. Shirt and coffin soaked. Old skin and nails fallen away. New ones grown. Body red. Hair and beard longer. When they drive a stake through the heart, the corpse groans. Shrieks. Blood pours from the wound. They behead him. Burn the body. Do the same to his 4 victims. 5 years pass. 1731. 17 more people die in Medvegia. Within weeks. Ages 10 to 70. A girl named Stanoska wakes screaming. Says a recently deceased boy came into her room. Tried to strangle her. She dies the next day. Fluckinger returns. Opens the graves. Some bodies are decomposed. Others, who died earlier, show no decay. Blood in and around mouths. Organs containing fresh blood. Some appear younger than when they died. His report describes them as being in vampiric condition. The pattern repeats. Village after village. Decade after decade. The bodies are never simply dead. They're wrong. Bloated. Reddish. Warm to touch. Blood in the mouth. Growth of hair and nails. New skin replacing old. No smell of decay. Sometimes the bodies are too preserved. Other times they show odd combinations, partial decay in some areas, none in others. The descriptions stay consistent across regions, across languages, across centuries. The officials. These aren't folktales passed down orally. These are documented cases, official reports, witnessed by educated men, military officers, surgeons, government administrators, priests. From Bald writes his report for the Austrian authorities. It's bureaucratic, factual. He describes what he saw without embellishment.
Johann Fluckinger conducts formal investigations,
examines multiple bodies, takes testimonies, documents findings in medical language. The reports get published. Not in folklore collections, in newspapers, Official gazettes. The Wienerisches Diarium in Vienna runs the Plagejowitz case in July 1725. European intellectuals debate the findings, write treatises, argue about evidence. This is the 18th century vampire controversy. Educated Europe trying to make sense of documented phenomena that shouldn't exist. The explanations that don't quite fit. Natural decomposition. Bodies bloat from internal gases. Can double in size. Blood pools in the mouth from gravity and pressure. Skin peels away, making underlying layers seem fresh. Hair and nails appear to grow as flesh recedes. Bodies release gas when punctured, creating sounds. Folklorist Paul Barber analyzed these cases for years. His conclusion: witnesses accurately described decomposition processes they didn't understand. Except Flückiger was a military surgeon. From Bald had seen death before. These weren't naive villagers. Many witnesses were trained professionals documenting bodies that disturbed them. And decomposition varies wildly based on burial conditions, temperature, soil composition. Some bodies decay rapidly, others preserve for weeks. But why did the preserved bodies always match village predictions? Why were signs of vampirism consistently present when communities suspected it? Epidemic disease, deaths cluster, plague, tuberculosis, anthrax spreading through close-knit villages. The first to die becomes the suspected source. Others dying from the same illness report symptoms, chest pressure, difficulty breathing, that communities interpret as vampiric attack. Modern researchers point to anthrax specifically, bacterial infection from contaminated livestock. The Paole investigation revealed victims had eaten meat from sheep that Paole or his victims had killed. But the testimonies remained difficult. Multiple people independently described being visited by specific deceased individuals. Not a vague presence, the actual person, named, recognized. Sleep paralysis can create vivid hallucinations. Pressure on chest. Inability to move. Shadow figures. Cultural context shapes the experience. Except these weren't isolated episodes. Entire villages experienced synchronized deaths with synchronized testimonies over weeks, all pointing to the same individuals. Cultural mythology spread by documented cases. The reports triggered panic across Europe. Newspapers published the accounts. The descriptions spread. Communities began finding what they'd read about. The practices proliferated: staking, beheading, burning. Methods that weren't ancient tradition but 18th century innovation, spreading with the documented cases. Perhaps the expectations created the findings. Communities looked for specific signs, found them, confirmed their fears. But the Plagejowitz case came first. Before widespread publication, before communities knew what to look for, the villagers predicted what From Bald would find. He found it. The problem of the pattern. The consistency troubles. Same descriptions across regions with limited communication. Same physical signs in exhumed bodies. Same sequence of deaths and testimonies. 1725 to 1755. Dozens of documented cases. Investigated by military officers, surgeons, government officials. The Empress of Austria took it seriously enough to send her personal physician. Gerard van Swieten, director of the Imperial Library, reformer of Austrian medicine, one of Europe's most respected doctors. In 1755, he investigated, interviewed witnesses, examined reports. His conclusion: superstitious misunderstanding of natural processes. Epidemic disease mistaken for supernatural attack. Maria Theresa issued a decree. No more exhumations. No more stakings. The practices became illegal. The controversy faded. The explanations satisfied the authorities. But the reports remain. Official, detailed, disturbing. Trained professionals documenting things that shook them enough to file formal reports. Bodies that matched village predictions. Deaths that followed patterns communities recognized. What remains? We have the documents, the official reports, the newspaper publications, the medical testimonies. We have rational explanations: decomposition, disease, sleep paralysis, Cultural interpretation. We have educated officials who came skeptical and left uncertain. Communities that accurately predicted what would be found in graves. Bodies that behaved in ways that disturbed trained observers. What we don't have is certainty about what people experienced. The physical evidence can be explained. The testimonies can be explained. But can all of it be explained simultaneously? Or do the explanations only work when applied separately, falling apart when the full pattern is considered? From Bald didn't want to open that grave. Then he saw something that made him write an official report that reached Vienna. What did he actually see? The bodies were real. The blood was real. The deaths happened. The pattern repeated across decades. We understand decomposition now, understand disease transmission, have medical explanations for the physical signs. But standing in that graveyard in 1725, watching what Frumbald watched, would the explanations have seemed adequate? The villagers knew what they'd find before they opened the graves. What were they actually experiencing? What really happened in those villages between 1725 and 1755? The documents remain. The reports remain. The mystery remains. The explanations satisfy those who need them satisfied. For others, late at night, reading Fluckinger's detailed medical reports, something feels unresolved. The story doesn't end here. For more mysteries, join us and subscribe to Beyond the Myth.